school aid is in, and how it's distributed as a part of this bill. If we could just take a little bit of time, the total increase in school aid. $805, and it is divided up between foundation aid and gap elimination. How are those divided?
$111 for foundation and 400 GEA.
400?
Yes.
And the rest of that 805 then goes for expense aids, et cetera?
Expense-based aids.
And are the grants are a part of that 805 as well?
50 million
50.
performance grants.
Okay, if we look at the foundation and the gap elimination adjustment, by region of the state, so if you look at New York City, how much foundation aid to New York City and how much of the gap elimination? Percent-wise is fine. I can do the other figures or the numbers, either way. I'm going to follow that up with Long Island and whatever, so, and the rest of the state. So.
Okay, get it for you in a minute.
You don't.
How much? 66 million. That's the whole deal, New York City and Long Island, or this is just New York City. Okay. So New York City foundation aid is $66 million. GEA is $135 million. And expense aid is $91 million for New York City.
Okay, and then, so Long Island, do we have the breakdown of foundation and the gap elimination?
No, we don't look at regions, we look at school districts. So we don't have regions.
Do you have any sense on the big five?
Yes.
So the foundation and gap elimination for the big five city districts?
That's the total big five. For the big five total, foundation is 10 million, GEA is 22 million, expense is 44 million.
Thank you. And I know there were a lot of concerns raised, high need, rural districts. Do you have any specific figures how those districts may have fared in the total versus the average district?
No, we don't. We don't have anything. We don't look at districts. I mean, we look at districts. We don't look at groups. But 71% went to high needs districts.
71% of the 500 million?
Of the increase.
Okay. Thank you on that, Mr. Farrell. We've talked about the professional review or performance review program. Some comments have been made. Is there any relief as a part of the budget for districts in implementing the new APPR?
No. No.
We talked a little earlier on the chargeback study in community colleges, just moving onto that. And you said there will be a study, it'll be done later, and just looking at that whole charging. I know there's some concern. There is a, one of the community colleges, at least, maybe others, that have actually four-year degree programs, and so some of the concern that chargebacks around that and that process, is that part of the review that we can look forward to having some recommendation as a part of that?
Yes.
I have a piece, it is listed that there will be a state veterans cemetery in Putnam County. And one view says, you know, that there would be additional costs, would be state costs, but in looking in the wording, it says the agreement provides that the County of Putnam promises to directly provide or reimburse the state for any and all appropriate non-federally reimbursed costs. So are costs outside of the federal monies going in going to be Putnam, or are they going to be state costs?
Putnam. It will be Putnam's, not ours.
Is Putnam County on board? They've asked for this, or they're good with this?
Yes, it was them. They wanted it.
Thank you, Mr. Farrell.